Welcome to the Fan Perspective. I am your host, Nathan Lyle. It is Saturday, which means we will look at the 4 o'clock and the night games. First, we have Tampa Bay at Oakland. And the Bucs looked very strong last week, and I think they can continue that against a very weak Oakland team. And then you have Minnesota at Seattle, which are two very similar teams. You know, they both started off very strong, have struggled in recent games. And they both have strong defenses, but have shown inconsistency on offense. A lot of that due to young QBs, and they do lean on their running games a lot. And I'm going with Seattle just because they are playing at home, and they've been able to dominate in that stadium. The notorious 12th man. It's not a myth. It does exist. I mean, if they can beat the Patriots at home, they can probably beat Minnesota at home. And then you have Pittsburg at New York, probably the game of the week. And you've got two great defenses. Two future Hall of Fame QBs came in at the same draft class. Bradshaw, he's struggling with the injury. He could potentially miss the game, but I don't see that happening. He played through injury last week, though you could still see a healthy dose of Andre Brown. And Mendenhall, for the Steelers, Mendenhall and Dwyer are out, and so Isaac Redman, he's listed as probable, and he should be starting the game. Troy Polamalu will miss another week, though. I was kind of leaning toward the Steelers, but then I found out that they're going to be flying in the morning of the game, and I think that could affect them. So, it's hard not to believe that Eli could bring the Giants back from a deficit if they find themselves trailing near the end of the game. And then you have Dallas at Atlanta, and I'm a Cowboys fan, so obviously I want them to win. But the Falcons are undefeated for a reason, and Matt Ryan always plays his best games in the Georgia Dome. And then you have the Monday night game, which is Philadelphia at New Orleans. And these are two teams who are extremely underperforming, and they're both just trying to find their footing, and it's hard to choose either of them. I feel like the Eagles have a better chance here if Andy Reid just learns how to use the weapons that he's got, and by that I mean let LaShawn McCoy run the ball. Speaking of which, now a report comes in that Darren Sproles, who's an integral part of that offense, is going to miss the game. He had surgery on his hand. And I think I was leaning towards the Eagles anyways, but now that just pushes me a little bit further toward them, so I'll say with confidence Philadelphia to win this one. Though at this point in time, if both of them playing like they are right now, the Saints, they'd have a hard road anyways. I think one more loss would pretty much completely take them out of it. Whereas Philadelphia, if they can start winning right now, they have a chance to push their way in there if they can run the table. So tune in tomorrow for fantasy football. I'm Nathan Lyle. This has been the Fan Perspective. Happy Saturday.